Ah, so good to be back. Hey guys, what's going on? JP from Silver Screen here. First review, well, not really a review, but it's more of a top 5. And like, the reason I've been gone since my last video, because we had that big talk video, I just thought to myself, like, as kind of like a tribute to like what I've done with the whole Titanic model scene and everything, I thought that I should be, doing a little, tribute to that. And what better not to do that with is the top 5 list of my favourite Titanic films. Since it's going to be a film channel from now on, why not? And now, let's dive right into this top 5, no pun intended. Alright, so number 5 is going to be the first ever Titanic film ever released, in Nacht und Eis. And if you're wondering why I said it like that, if you don't know the German language, it's German. Now, this only came out like a few weeks or months, I'm pretty sure it's months, after the actual Titanic disaster took place. And Germany was quick to jump onto it, weren't they? Because they made this film that barely shows the ship, just like the tragedy. Like the whole film, basically, most of the scenes of this film just take place inside a wireless room, since there was a lot of like distress signals sent out to other ships. Like you had the Californian, you had the Masaba, you had the Carpathia, and then you had the Olympic, her sister ship, and yeah. But like, it's a good film and all. Like, you just see like just model ships crashing into icebergs, wireless room talks, and just panic, and like, because it's a silent film. It came out in 1912. And the problem I have with this film, that it's at number 5, is it's a silent film. There's barely any talking, you don't see much of the ship. All you see is like models and that, and it's not all complete because it's a 1912 film. Like, some guy pulled it out. He had like this film just in his collection and barely even knew he had it. So the story says, and yeah, it's just, and it's a silent film. Like, there's not as much talking, and I don't read the German language. Like I don't even understand it. But if you're German, or you can speak the language or understand it, then it's actually worth having a look. So that was my number 5, and number 4 is going to be Atlantic, the 1920s film about the Titanic. Now, this one is kind of a mixed bag. Just like in Nacht und Eis, it's, like, one thing that comes to my mind when this fucking movie, like, when I've only seen it once, and that was to like make this video, and how many fucking loud noises are you gonna put inside of a movie? Like, the ship's horn and everything is just like, and something like that. It's like that scene from Dumb and Dumber when Lloyd is just like, hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? And it's like, oh my fucking god. And then it goes away and then it comes back. But this film actually has one of the most darkest endings I've ever seen in film. Like, you just see a whole room of people staying on the ship because the lifeboats are all gone. And the lights start flickering out, and then you just see them all scared, just like knowing that there's this impending doom. Like, they're facing their impending doom. And then the lights go out and all you hear is screaming. Like, whoa. If I thought Godzilla 1954 was, just downright depressing, I would have that's my number 4 pick, Atlantic. Now, number 3, Titanic, 1953. Barbara Stanwyck, Clifton Webb, and Robert Wagner. And Audrey Dalton. Now, this film I own, and I don't have a copy of it, but I've got it on the Xbox because I saw it there, and like I was just like, yeah, I love Titanic. I'm swooping this one up. And for a movie, like, it doesn't focus on much of the ship itself. Well, it does, but it's just this dysfunctional marriage story that comes into contact with the disaster, and like you just mostly see these characters, like you just see the fucking Clifton Webb's character, Mr. Sturgis, just fight with his wife. He just owns everyone that he talks to. Like, he just goes up to Ida and Isidore Strauss, the survivors of the. Oh, they're not the survivors. Sorry, pardon me. Oh, now I said that. I'm just fucking this up. I'm like, this isn't even scripted. I'm just going off my head here. Like, I don't know. Who cares? I'm just gonna go with it. But sorry. Yeah, he just goes up to them and says, "Oh, hello, Ida and Mrs. Strauss, Mr. Strauss," and like, "Oh, what's this? Oh, a bottle of fucking 19-something wine. Oh, you better watch out, Ida, because this man's got plans." And I had a little cackle. Like, I didn't laugh as much, but he's just like, "Oh, what? Like, he just got, like, fucking, destroyed with that. But yeah, there's some good scenes in that in the movie. Like, it's not my favourite Titanic movie, and we're getting to number 1 soon. And yeah, I don't know if it's gonna surprise you or if it won't surprise you, but like, yeah, we're getting to it, so just hold your horses. So, yeah, but when it comes up to the sinking of the ship in the 1953 film, it's pretty well done. Like, you don't see, like, survivors, like, run to the end of the stern, crack, bang, because you gotta remember this is 1953 and they haven't even found the shit yet. And they're all on the deck, they're seeing near their god today, and then the fucking ship explodes, like the boilers explode, and it's like, and you got that effect. And, you know, it's dark, it's very sudden, like, not as dark as Atlantic's ending, that's for sure, but like all these endings are dark. Like, you know where they're gonna go, you know what, like, you've got a vision in your mind of, like, where's that survivor gonna end up? Like, it puts you on the edge of your seat, and like, this movie is fine. It's good like that. Like, it has its own bits and pieces. Like, it's got its own element, and it's its own film, and yeah. But yeah, enough for number 3. Number 2, Titanic. You know what one I'm talking about. And if you don't, Jack, Rose, wait, Jack, hurry up, Jack, open the gate, the fucking water's rising, you know, that film. Yeah. And anyone out there a fan of this movie? I am. I'm a fan. I'm a great fan. Like, I fucking love this film. But there is just one teeny problem. Jack! No! Wait, Jack! Oh, that fucking love story is just... Oh, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it. Like, I know that was actually good, getting, like... It's been done in past films, like... You've got one from Third Class and First Class, forbidden relationship, Romeo and Juliet type stuff. One of them is bound to die, and I don't know, you know, it's stuff like that. And I feel that it always takes it away from me, like, with the whole ship disaster film. Like, I know that you want to have something to go to besides just seeing a sinking ship video movie. Like, you just want to watch a movie. Like, if you want to see a Titanic film, you want to see a Titanic film. You want to see how good it's done, because you're in love with the story, you're in love with the ship. And, like, I don't mind seeing the passengers, but, like, just jump from class to class to class and then back down just to check on them. And, oh, Titanic 1997, just, fuck me. It's just that love relationship that really ruins it for me, because it's so cliche. Like, from the year it came out, which is a while ago now, it's in the 90s, and that whole Jack relationship, like, oh, it's just so cliche now, and it really ruins it for me, it really does. So, honourable mentions. On to the honourable mentions. Now, I'm gonna have a couple, just, not really a couple, just three. And that's going to be, my first honourable mention will go to Raise the Titanic. Now, good popcorn flick, like, you want to see them just trying to raise a ship at the bottom of the ocean, and you don't really see the ship until really the end of the film, like, towards near the end of the film, around that mark. I'm not really sure, haven't seen the movie in a while. I don't know, it was kind of a one-off movie for me. Like, it's good movie, seriously, it means well, but yeah. Second honourable mention, and that goes to Saved from the Titanic, that Dorothy Gibson film. Now, Dorothy Gibson, like, you've heard about this film, and if you haven't, let me explain just a bit. So, this film came out around the same time, like in 1912, and featured Dorothy Gibson, a survivor from the actual Titanic disaster. Now, I don't know what really happens in this film. Like, you might see a photo here and there, because the film doesn't exist anymore. It's lost to the sands of time. But, yeah, and all I know is that Dorothy Gibson had, like, a panic attack. Like, that's a true fact. Like, she actually wore the same clothes that she wore in the disaster to get, like, to jump into the character. And that's, oh, that would bring back so many bad memories. But yeah, the third honorable mention is going to be Titanic, the 1971. Never seen it. It's Titanic 1970. Like, yeah, it means, well, it just didn't deliver on the goods, I reckon. It's just another Titanic film. Now, onto the top spot, and if you didn't know this one was coming, then I don't think you've seen the film. Or you just think that 1997's Titanic would take its spot. But no, this one is A Night to Remember, right there, right behind me. Best fucking Titanic film. Period. It takes the cake. It is sad. It is depressing. It is just awesome filmmaking. Like, there's no music. It's just silent. You see these characters and, like, what leads up to the whole thing, and then the iceberg scene. Like, you don't even see it strike. And oh my god, it's just an amazing film. Like, I know it's a 50s film, you don't see the ship break up, it just plunges down, and because everyone back then thought Titanic sank as a whole. But yeah, like, that happens, and, like, yeah, it doesn't have that whole thing with 1997's breakup theory, like, boom, sinks, they're all clinging to it. Well, they are clinging to it, they're just, that scene was actually well done, just the survivors, and they're just like, oh my god, the water, it is coming, and nothing's gonna stop it. And if nothing's gonna stop it, who's gonna save me? And that really hits you because no one really got saved. Like, they want people to save them. No one came back. Like, I know like 1 or 2 boats, something like that, they all came back. But not many of them got rescued. And that's just really sad. Like, oh, this whole film is just amazement. It is a piece of film history. Just, oh, even the book. Wow, like, I want to read the book. I haven't read the book by Walter Lord, and I really want to. And, oh, just, I don't even know what to say. That's just my #1 pick, okay? And, yeah, a night to remember, everybody. And now, there's going to be more film top 5s more like this, because the time, like, I feel like I have to tell this to you now. The time I've been away, because I promised films on that weekend, like film reviews on the weekend, but I just didn't know what to do, and I just said, I was doing stuff. Like, I know I told this to you guys, like, I know my subscribers, I've told this to you and all my viewers that watch me, all my 23 subscribers. Yes, 23 subscribers. I'm actually happy that I'm gaining subscribers, and I feel so, like, blessed to have you guys watching my videos. And I know you guys understand, like, my loyal viewers. I really hope you understand. And without further ado, the film reviews are coming. I'm gonna be doing, like, film rants. I'm gonna have reviews, and then I'm gonna have top 5s, and just film, like, prop reviews, like, all these things that I made, like, pops and everything. I've got heaps of fucking pops above my TV, where just, you know, everything's up there. But yeah, without further ado, that was my top 5 list of all my favourite Titanic films, and everything in between. And this is JP from the Silver Screen, and I will see you later.